Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are finally combining. As you can see, we got the combine out in the field finally in some winter wheat. The combine's running sweet, to be fair. It's chomping away at the wheat, which is lovely to hear. The conditions, it's been on and off. We've had a bit of sun and it's been cloudy a bit as well, but we managed to keep going through the day. We haven't really done much because it was only around probably 2 o'clock when we decided to actually go combining, because we are due a few showers tonight. So we thought, well, at least we've taken one field off and it's one less really to do when we got a nice spell of weather again. But yeah, it's definitely nice to be out with the combine. It's yielding very well. I don't know how much it's yielding. I'll write below now how much it's yielding, how much ton an acre it is. But it's a lovely amount of straw, to be fair. And it's lovely stuff as well. It's nice and dry. I'll go over to the straw now and have a look. As you can see, we've got some lovely rows of straw. There's a lot of straw in a row as well, to be fair. And it's, considering we haven't had the weather, it's actually pretty dry. My brother's on the baler and we've decided to bale it because, as I said, we're having showers tonight. There is a bit of green, like in the stubble. So my dad's just kept the header a bit higher over the stubble, so we're not cutting any green, which means that hopefully there won't be any green in the straw, and means that it's actually fit to bale. And it is fit to bale, to be fair. It is lovely and dry. So it is pretty fit to bale, because if I just push a bale, you can see, well, you can't probably see, but I can rock it, which is always a good sign, because if you can't really rock the bale, it means that it's not fit, and it means they're too heavy really, and the straw's not fit to bale. But they're not heavy at all, to be fair, and they're also wheat as well, which makes the bale a bit heavier. But I can push it, which is a really good sign, and means we can just crack on baling, and hopefully we'll beat the rain by the end of the night. So after we finish baling this field of straw, I've got to go then and do a bit of contracting. We've got a bit of silage contracting to do then after this, so it's going to be a late night, but hopefully we beat the rain. That's the main thing. If we beat the rain, then everyone's happy. But we do have, I know tomorrow and Friday, I think they're quite nice days, to be fair. It's just tonight we've got showers, as I've said, but whether we'll get back out in the field on Friday to combine a bit more wheat, I don't know, because on Saturday we're forecast a complete washout, and absolutely nothing's going to happen on Saturday, I'll tell you that for sure. But yeah, at least we've made a start. Getting just one field out of the way is a start than just nothing. Hopefully my brother won't be too long in the field. Give him an hour and a half to 2 hours, he won't be far off. So anyway, I'm going to go over to the grain trailer now and we'll see what the grain's looking like. And there's also quite a bit of dust with the straw as well when my brother's baling, so that's a really good sign as well. So it's definitely fit to bale. So I've just come over to the trusty 10 ton West. I don't know how many years we've had this trailer now. It's been a good few years we've had it, but it's still going on, still going strong. But yeah, I've just come. There's a lovely little grain in the trailer. And yeah, I've just come over to see what it's like. It's actually quite hard, to be fair, because considering that we haven't had the weather, it's actually dried off pretty nice. And considering it's wheat as well, as I said, this wheat is usually the longest to dry. It's actually dried off very well. I don't know if you heard the crunch I'll do again, but yeah, it's definitely ready to go, I'll tell you that. It's a lovely sight to see combine and everything going in one field. But yeah, my dad's nearly finished now in the field, then we're going to call it a night, because we don't want to, because if we keep going now, then we'll have straw out in the rain if my dad keeps going. So that's the last thing we want, and that's why we didn't start till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because my dad was just puzzling, will we get around to baling it and will the straw be fit, because the last thing he wanted was straw down on the floor in the rain. But yeah, he's happy we combined. I went up to see the spring barley today, and they're changing like no tomorrow, because this weather that we've had, I know it's not been the best, but it's just been changing really quickly in this after the rain. And today it's changed a lot again. Most of the heads are falling now, so hopefully if the next spell of really good weather we have, we might have a go at doing the spring barley, hopefully. I know the spring oats, they're quite a bit off again, but we've got, I don't know how many acres of winter wheat we got left, but we've got a few acres left. Whether we'll get around to doing it tomorrow or Friday, I don't know, considering on the weather. We'll just have to see what the conditions are like. But if we do, it'll be all the better, because that'll hopefully be the winter wheat finished, and then it's just to concentrate on the spring crops then. But I'll go get the drone up. It's quite a nice night, to be fair. And I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of combines around today, because I've been out contracting all day doing silage, and my dad said come back here and try baling up the straw. Yeah, and on my runs contracting, there's been quite a few combines around. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit when we come to the end of maybe baling and taking a head off the combine probably.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
So my dad's just finished the field. He's off to take the head off now, and then he's going to run the combine back up to farm 2 before any showers start to come. And my brother's only got a few rows left, and then he'll be done. So he's got on really well, to be fair to him. He doesn't really bail much, but when he does bail, he does a really good job. So because when I go to college, I won't be here all the time, so that'll be his job then. He'll be taking over my job. But anyway, I thought I'd say, I don't know how well you can make it out, but so it's light, dark, and on the baler we're always looking for the light strip on the stubble, because where the light strip is the same way that the combine's gone. So like here, the combine's gone up that way, but if you see it here, this dark, it's come the opposite way from which I'm standing. So we're always looking for the light strips, because we find that it feeds into the baler much better, and it also picks it up off the floor, off the stubble much better as well. I don't know if that's the same with square balers or not, but we find on the round baler seems to work. So it's like rolling a grass field when it's like you have stripes in your grass field as well when you're rolling it. But yes, that's what we do. So we always look for the light stripes on the stubble. Anyway, I'm gonna go help my dad take the head off now. There's my mum, she's on the tractor. Well, it's only been here carting because my granddad's been he's been on the rake all day. So my mum's been carting the 2 trailers. We still got the 185. She's on the Stewart, the big 16-ton Stewart, and then we got the 130 on the 10-ton West. And it's always a bit of a wait after the Stewart's gone, because it only takes around 2.5 loads to fill up the West trailer. So it's always a bit. My dad sometimes ends up waiting for the Stewart to come back, but when the Stewart's back, my mum ends up waiting for my dad to fill her. So it works okay anyway. My dad hardly stops anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go help my dad take the header off now. So I've just come back from just finishing off contracting. We've beaten the rain anyway, and my mum and dad have been sorting out fat cattle to go. So we've only just got around to taking the header off. So we're going to take it all up to farm 2 now, and hopefully we'll beat the rain. Anyway, we'll get this header off and we'll head up to farm 2. It's the next morning now. We managed to get all the machinery back in here before the rain, and even though it was 2:30 us coming in and finishing and getting into the house, it was definitely worthwhile, because if you could see outside, it has actually been raining, so it makes the whole long night worthwhile. Anyway, I thought I'd come into the grain shed now and show you what it's looking like, because it's looking very packed, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of grain in here, and this is the winter wheat that we combined yesterday. And to be fair, it's not heating at all. If I just put my hand in it, very nice and cool. And that's the grain. It's lovely looking grain as well. I'm surprised, well, I'm not surprised, but in a way I am surprised that's not hitting because of the weather. But as you saw before, I did have a quick bite of the grain that was in the trailer, and it was quite hard. So I had a bit of hope that it wasn't going to heat, and I was right to think there wasn't heat. Yes, I'm finally right at something. And also, my dad's been talking to someone who hires out dryers, because we don't have a dryer ourselves. But in the near future, hopefully we will buy one. But yeah, so my dad's been talking to someone who hires out dryers. We've had a few dryers off him in the last few years, and they've been really good. Definitely worthwhile the money hiring one in. We're hoping to hire one in either on the weekend or early next week, just to dry the winter wheat. Whether we'll dry the winter barley, I don't know, because to be fair, the winter barley, we did test it when it was coming in last, and to be fair, the moisture was pretty good. But whether we'll just stick it in the dryer for a bit, not dry it down too much, just get it down to a nice moisture, we might do that. But yeah, hopefully we'll have it in here, we'll dry everything hopefully, and then get it down to the right moisture. Anyway, I'm gonna go and fetch the moisture tester now, see what the percentage is, and have a look how much we actually need to dry it down. Just tested it now, and the moisture is, as you saw, it's 19.1, which isn't ideal. I mean, it could be worse, but still, it's not ideal. Definitely wants to go for the dryer and go down a few percentage, Hopefully we'll get it down to maybe 15, 14, hopefully, and we'll see what it's looking like then. But as long as the dryer definitely comes soon, it'll be fine. But if it stays in here for another week, it might end up starting to heat. But it's definitely good that we're having a dryer coming. But my dad did test right at the back there. He did do a test on that, and we combined that when I did my Farm 24 video, it was. And so it's probably around a week ago we combined that right at the back. And that was, I think it was 17.5, 17.5 to 18. So we'll still chuck that through the dryer, but this is the priority now, making sure this is nice and dry. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell next door to the subscribe button so you get notifications when I upload a video. And also feel free to comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll hopefully catch the dryer going in the next few videos. And yeah, that'll be something to look out for and something different as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you in the next one.